Fellas, legends, beasts around the world, welcome, hello, how are you? Today I just wanted to make a quick commentary, talking about like my experiences diving headfirst into this whole YouTube endeavor, which, simple as a task as it may seem to record and post that which I do, this has been a pretty grueling exercise in self-esteem so far, so I just thought I'd talk about it and be honest for a minute. The gameplay you're seeing is pretty much a montage of my failure, with one exception at the end, and I feel that it's relevant to the topic we're talking about today. So I think it's fair to say that this has been far more psychologically taxing than I expected it to be, even though I did anticipate confronting like the insecurities that date back at least 10 years now that kept me from doing this in the first place. I guess the bottom line is, like, the thought that always stopped me from starting to make these videos was, where do I get the nerve to assume anyone gives a shit about what I have to say, or let alone that any amount of what I have to say matters in the grand scheme of things. But like, once the mic turns on, everything changes. You're reflecting on every single word that comes out of your mouth, because you're not used to hearing yourself talk, hearing yourself think, and it's a humbling process, let me tell you, especially going back and editing your own voice. No matter how self-aware you may feel that you are on a day-to-day basis, I think the common experience is to feel that what you're saying sounds much cooler, much smarter than it actually does, but it doesn't, and the sound of your own voice likely sounds like nails on a chalkboard to you too. But I'm doing it for the people, doing it for myself, and I guess that's what matters, and that's kind of the point of what I'm talking about today. I guess, and like that, along with the fact that I'm virtually starting from technological scratch, I don't really know much about anything of the software I'm using to make what I'm making now, and it's a learning process, getting the right equipment and learning how to use it and all that. So you got to be ready for the humbling process of learning something new as well, and I'm coming to terms with that, and I'm taking it in stride. But I guess the good news is that once the video goes public, my involvement with it kind of ends, I guess, right now. So it's a little tough because I'm in the dark as to who exactly is watching the video, and like what they may think of it, what their perception of it is, what their perception of me might be, for that matter, I guess. It's strange. It doesn't really matter right now because there's pressure related to all this stuff, despite the stakes being almost non-existent, with like all 20 of my viewers. Not that they don't matter to me, it matters a lot, no 20 viewers will ever matter as much as the first 20, so I do thank anyone that has been watching. But I guess ultimately the people decide how good I really am at this, and although it's almost a relief that it's no longer my choice to make, it's that of the public as to how good I am, at the end of the day, no opinion of me could be half as negative as my own has been in the past, so I feel pretty safe in that. I guess although the D word might seem a little strong given the current size and scope of the channel, I would say that the DrJackert YouTube channel itself it's been one of few of my childhood ambitions that I would consider a dream, especially one that I followed up on, not necessarily as a career, but more as an outlet to express what I can't commonly discuss in, say, a doctoral program, for instance, be that video games or just general perspectives as they relate to my personal worldview, which brings it back to the whole internal monologue of who gives a shit, if that makes any sense. But still, if I may speak frankly, and you know what, I just may this time, I feel confident in saying that I have a lot to say, which I feel has yet to be said, in regard to a lot of different things, from the broadly conceptual to the oddly specific, which I suppose is yet to be seen, given I haven't made anything especially profound yet, but just stay tuned. Regardless, I guess, even if the quality of my videos hasn't been great so far, and it might not be for a little while to come, I think each time I make a video and post it, I effectively help myself in 3 ways. The first being that I'm improving in my technical skill and using this software and understanding how to make these videos sound and look good and make sense. I think second, I'm building my confidence back up and I'm reconstructing an ego that I kind of had to tear down just to start this channel. I had to learn methods for suppressing a sort of hyper self-awareness that keeps me from saying or doing anything, and that's been a rewarding process, a difficult but rewarding process. I guess the third purpose is that there's some collateral audience engagement going on. If I were to build some viewership in the process of learning how to do this, I wouldn't be against it. I guess all of this goes to say that, broadly speaking, for everyone watching, that unapologetically pursuing what we truly want is much easier said than it is done, as life inevitably stands in the way of whatever that may be. I personally began making these videos at a time which I had never felt less comfortable in doing so and putting myself out there. I'm not sure if I owe it to pure impulse or maybe just a fleeting moment of bravery, but it still began the process of desensitization to something I'd been afraid of for so long. And by going through the motions of content creation again and again, no matter the prior outcome, I only risk discovering my capacity for resilience along the path to mastery. And I'm under no illusion that this content is indicative of instantaneous channel growth of any kind. It's just simply me doing what I want to do with the knowledge that I can and will do it better the more that I bring myself to do it. So that's why, day after day, I eagerly confront the glow of self-doubt visibly reflected in the pulsating red record button, ready to get my ass kicked again and again, preceding the day it all clicks, and I finally stop kicking myself. The winner of this round of the comment contest goes to Slushy Paper, who says, "Lovely video. I enjoyed how casual and engaging your commentary was in this episode." Well, thank you, Slushy Paper, and thanks for leaving the only comment. Be sure to participate in next round of the comment contest, and I'll mention you in the next video. Take care, guys.